another edition of the OHIO podcast. I'm your host, Buckeye Boggs, aka the Podfather. That man over there, that is the Wild Man, Chris Wilds. And you are you, and we're thankful you decided to join us this evening for our NFL Draft Live special call-in show. The phone lines are absolutely up. If you want to call in during the draft, we would love to chat with you tonight. 567-4831-999 is the call-in number. And tonight, like I said, as the NFL draft is going on, if you hear this sound, you know what that means, folks. That means someone just got picked up in the NFL and just became a millionaire. That's what that means. A multi-millionaire, Chris.
Absolutely.
Not just a millionaire.
Yeah, they got serious bank coming, you know?
Mama happy, girlfriend happy, maybe
baby mama happy, you know. Whoever.
Baby mommy happy, maybe.
You know, you never know.
There's a lot of money to go, a lot of happiness going around, man. A lot of happiness going around.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah, there you go, man. Oh, gosh, this is a fun night, everybody. It's going to be great. Really looking forward to the night. Chris, what's your prediction, your final prediction? How many Buckeyes are going to get picked up tonight?
You know what? Tonight, I'm just reviewing my list, Eric, and as I said, I had a couple changes earlier, but I think I'm still setting it 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still liking 4, although I switched our running back rounds. So
let me double check with you. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you got Emeka, Travion, Josh, Donovan.
Correct.
Tyleek, you have 5.
I got Tyleek. Oh, that's right. I do.
I've
got 5. I missed Tyleek at the bottom.
Wow. I've got 2. I got Emeka and Donovan. So we'll see. We'll see how many get
Eric,
picked up tonight.
I think I'm being optimistic. I think you're being unduly harsh. I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere in between.
So Bobby Mack said the over-under's 3. I go 2. I'm going to take the under. Chris,
I'll take
you're
going
with over. Lunatic Fringe says it's going to be 3. It's going to be a push. So there we have it, guys. Dennis says Emeka's parents deserve it tonight. Emeka deserves it tonight.
Emeka deserves it tonight. That's right.
Yeah, everybody, the whole family, absolutely. Brandon, who day, buddy, from a fellow Bengal. Buckeyes will be making bank tonight. Yes, they will.
Big bank.
Andre, Podfather, Chris, have either of you ever been to Green Bay, the site of tonight? I've not been to the stadium. I've not been to Lambeau Field, but I have been to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Yes.
I have never.
So, yeah.
It's someplace I've always wanted to go watch a game, but never been.
All right, guys. So you know the deal, man. It's going to be a fun night. It's going to be great. We're here for it. We're excited about it. We've got our draft game going, so we'll keep everybody updated with that as well. So that'll be a part of tonight. And then I might be diving out a little bit earlier tonight, and Chris might be taking over for me for a few minutes. So you just never know, man. There's a lot of stuff going on tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Chris, are we ready to take our first phone call this evening?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. From beautiful state of Ohio, what's going on, Mika?
I'm hoping my Bengals draft Jack Sawyer tonight.
First round?
But I doubt it.
I think they could get him in the second round, Mika. I think they can get him in the second round.
I want him to be a big Bengal. I don't care when they take him. I just want them to take him.
I'm with you. I want him and JT both to be a Bengal. If you remember, I've got him taking Sawyer in the second and JTT in the third.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I just don't see that happening.
You know what? I'm sick of my Bengals drafting the cheaters players.
Well, they never pan out for us.
We never learn. They never pan out, and I'm sick of it. I want us to start drafting championship players from a championship level program that doesn't cheat.
Well, I have a theory, Mika, that if I was a GM in the NFL, I would take nobody who doesn't play for Ohio State, Georgia, or Alabama, and maybe you can sprinkle in a guy from another top tier team. But if you draft guys from those three teams, you're going to get someone who's ready for the NFL usually. That's my theory, but no one ever listens
Exactly.
to me. I mean, Philadelphia,
I know. No one.
they had all those Georgia guys on defense. They
Yeah.
end up winning a Super Bowl, right? I mean, and it just
Yeah, I know. No one ever listens to me. Even all they would have to do is listen to me. We'd have a Super Bowl by now.
Mika needs to be the new GM of the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, with the paycheck to go with it, please.
Right.
Oh, who do we got on
Definitely.
stage? Is that the guy who wears the big clock? Is that what's his name? The rapper?
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, is that Flavor Flav?
I'll tell you in a second. I've been sitting here fiddling. I couldn't get I had to just reinstall my YouTube TV for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. So.
It's been that long since we've watched television while we're actually live
Yeah.
streaming, hasn't it?
Yeah. Usually everything I do is on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
No, but seriously, I think 4 Buckeyes go tonight.
4?
I got Emeka, I got Travion, I got Donovan Jackson, and possibly either Tyreek or
Simmons.
Josh
Simmons.
Simmons.
Yeah. That's probably a good bet. I would say that's a good bet. Tyler said
Because I
that's
know a lot of teams are high on Josh, but they're scared of his injury. So I don't know if he'll go first or second round, but I think he'll go early second round if he doesn't go first.
yeah. Now, what's going to be interesting is this is the first time I've going camping for the season this weekend. My wife and I are going camping. We're camping close enough to where I still should be able to pick up ABC from the camper. So I still should be able to watch the
Yeah.
draft, but this will be an interesting time sitting in the camper and watching the draft. So the Titans look like they have the pick in already. Who are they going with here, Chris?
It's going to be Cam Ward. I think that's a foregone conclusion. I don't like it. This is a guy who I don't think would have been a top 5 quarterback last year.
No, not even
I
close.
think we're overreaching just for the sake of getting a quarterback.
I hope they don't take Sanders. That kid's already got a big enough head.
I'll tell you what, I would not be surprised at all to see Shador slide down out of the top 5.
Well, if this is Ward, your Cleveland Browns are up next, Chris. Who are they going to go with?
They're going to go Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter? Okay. Do you agree
you
with that,
you got to
Mika?
get a guy with that kind of versatility. He can be a lockdown corner. He can contribute on offense. I would rather see him take the kid out of Penn State, but
I wouldn't put it past him to do something stupid and draft Shador.
You could also see an early trade back.
Yeah, I was thinking if they could trade down, they would, but I don't know that they're going to get anybody who wants to trade away draft stock for that selection. Brian Ober says Browns will make the surprise move of the draft, and they're going to take Jack Sawyer, number 2 overall. They would absolutely.
That would be foolish.
Yeah, they would need to trade down to do that.
I love Jack Sawyer. I'd love to see him in a Browns uniform, but that would just be foolish. No, they're going to take. It's probably going to be Hunter. I would love to see it be Abdul Carter. I think he'd be awesome opposite Myles Garrett. But they feel like they can still get a quality guy in that 3rd round. What were you saying, Mika?
I just want to see more Ohio State boys in Ohio.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As long as they don't play for the Bengals.
Oh, Oh, dude, come on. We're a good team.
At least we know how to draft a quarterback.
Exactly. Tell him.
Hey, Cleveland knows how to go out and buy perverts. Maybe they ought to get Matt Weiss on the coaching staff.
Oh my gosh, Chris.
He's got us both.
Him and Deshaun can hang out together.
Steely, who's your team, man? Are you a Browns guy, or you live kind of on the east coast of the state there? Are you a
Steely feels like a Pittsburgh Steelers guy to me for some reason. I don't
I,
know.
I don't know. 'Cause
Yes, he
he
does.
also lived out in California for a while. I wonder if he's a 49er guy.
Oh man, Brian, maybe. I like Joe Flacco. I like his guts. But you know what? Old man time comes, or father time catches up to everybody.
Have
Flacco's got some years on him.
Do you remember when Flacco was playing a couple years ago in Cleveland, and on 97.1 The Fan they came out with the Flacco my Cracko? Remember that?
I do not remember that, but
Flacco my Cracko.
That was funny.
Oh gosh, yeah, they're back at it, man. Tyler says he's a 49er. That's what I thought. I knew somebody was.
there's a lot of 49er fans in Northeast Ohio, and I think a lot of that comes from the fact that the team was originally owned by Eddie DeBartolo, who's from Youngstown. Carmen Policy, another Northeast Ohio guy, ran the team.
Steely Matt says no NFL, man. So he's kind of like me a little bit, I mean,
Eric, the pick is in.
Oh boy. Hey, Andre Green
I
says,
don't.
Podfather, would you agree the best pro football team in the state of Ohio is our Ohio State Buckeyes?
I do agree with that.
100%. 100%.
Absolutely. I don't watch football religiously. I mean NFL religiously.
So, Steely says he was a Steelers fan when he was younger, though. There we go. $5 holler from Bobby Mack. To be fair, the Browns drafted Baker, then crapped the bed, and Browns it up and let him go. Yeah, he played in playoffs last year.
Yeah,
he's been playoff quarterback last year,
the
man.
Buccaneers since being there. I'll tell you what, a few teams made the mistake of giving up on that young man. It wasn't just Cleveland. I mean, I believe he spent a cup of coffee with the Rams. He was down with the Panthers.
Well, I think we're about to get this first pick here, guys. Let's see who it's going to be. Cam Ward, everybody agrees. First pick of the draft is going to be a bust. Cam Ward, Tennessee. Who'd they take a couple years ago from Kentucky?
Will Levis.
Will Levis. Remember
Will
he
Levis.
fell and his girlfriend was like so distraught with him, and then
And the thing is, Levis has just not had good coaching down there. He hasn't had a great supporting cast. He's a guy that I think has talent.
Here we go.
But I think he's going to be lost.
Yep, there it is, Cam Ward. Well, we're starting off with chalk. All right, Tennessee's record next year, 6-11.
I would have to see the schedule before I give me a second to look at that schedule, because I'll tell you what, if they play in the AFC South, which is typically fairly soft.
Yeah.
So you could see them if they have the right.
They've got to play CJ Stroud twice.
They do. But CJ lost his entire offensive line.
Trade? I think Cleveland just traded.
It could be somebody going up to get Shador. And if they, or Travis.
Wow. Did you hear what Cleveland just got for that pick?
It's coming up now.
They got a buttload of draft picks, including the first pick of the draft next year from Jacksonville. Nice job, Cleveland. Okay. I see you, Browns.
Sonny up there on draft day doing his job.
Yep, that was huge. Mika, can you do me a favor? Mika, are you still with us?
I don't think so. I think Mika
Did we
checked out
lose
on us. She's
Mika?
in the chat.
Oh, we lost Mika. That's too bad. Mika, I need you to grade on a scale of 1 to 10 every draft picks attire. 10 being it looks good, 1 being it looks terrible. On a scale of 1 to 10, give me every draft picks attire tonight. I think that'll be fun for you. All right. All right. So, moving on. Let's see who's up next here in the old call in
So
kitty.
now Carolina or Jacksonville, the clock with 5.5 left. And wow, what is Jacksonville doing here? Let's see.
What's up, David?
What's going on, brothers?
Man, we're just sitting back. Chris right now is trying to figure out if he's happy or sad as a Cleveland fan. They just traded away their second pick of the draft, but it looks like they got a really good haul from it. So,
You know, yeah.
so the question
Well,
is this, David. The question is this: do you like that or not?
I don't care what the Browns are going to do because they'll find a way to screw that up. They always do. It's the Browns. I mean, come on, man. Don't get your hopes up. Anybody's a Browns fan, just stop. Just stop. You quit getting your hopes up because they're going to find it's like the Bears. All right, they'll find this way to screw it up. Like the Bengals, they'll find a way to somehow screw up the draft and not pick anybody on defense that's worth their crap. You know, you can't learn that. Hey, maybe we should pick somebody on defense. We keep losing games late in the fourth quarter because of no defense. Yeah. Oh, well, I like the program. I like these franchises that do a good job in the draft, and Niners, Packers. Mostly I'm an NFC guy rather than AFC. The only ones I really like in the AFC are be the longtime Raiders fan, and I like what the Patriots have done over the last 25 years or so. And with Braves there, I mean, come on, how many Buckeyes is he going to take in this draft? There's a ton of Buckeyes for him to take in this draft, and actually, I almost see maybe he doesn't take G. Scott Jr. in the, late, maybe 6th or 7th round. Maybe he ends up a supplemental draft because maybe he's a guy you can pick up then. And I think some of the best Buckeyes might be some of the best steals that don't even get drafted, like him. Take a little bit of a development, a couple of years, and he's all of a sudden he's a top tight end in the NFL. I could see that happening.
Yeah,
I could see the Raiders taking a bunch of Buckeyes.
I really think Seth McLaughlin might be the steal of this draft. He's really falling down the draft board, and the guy was so
I agree.
solid.
I agree. Those guys that fall down the draft board like that, those end up sometimes being the biggest steals. And hey, congratulations, guys, on your channels growing. I'm going to say something to you last week and totally forgot to mention it.
Hey man, no, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a testament to all of you who show up and share the show and make sure that you hit the like button and make comments on all the videos and things. We really do appreciate it. Chris and I love doing this. Listen, I'll just be completely honest with you, David. We would do this if it was only our wives and our parents who would watch and listen because we just love talking ball and we're good friends. But it's awesome to have this entire community chime in with us, and it makes it great for everybody. So I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I've been watching. I'm already subscribed to your College Huddle channel as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
That's good. I like it.
I
I
think
like it.
I really
So
think it offers. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think it offers all of us the opportunity to kind of see what it's like outside of Buckeye Nation, and to get a view from other fans and other podcast hosts who about their teams. And so I like it. It's fun for me. It's challenging to me, and I appreciate you jumping in with us on that one, man. So looks like Jacksonville's pick is in, so we will
It's
know
going
in
to be
just.
Hunter, I think, to the Jags.
Yeah, Chris is predicting Hunter.
yeah, I bet you they take Hunter.
Corner's their top priority in the draft. They'd be silly not to.
That's why they went up and got him, because that's who they really wanted, and Cleveland was going to take him. And so Cleveland only moved down to pick 5, and they
Yeah,
picked up a first year for next year and an extra pick in this draft, and they flip flop with Jacksonville in several rounds. I think this is going to be. I think that was a really good move by Cleveland's part. Now,
I
the
agree.
soup, the
Which
$2
surprises me.
super chat there from where was it? I just had it. Yeah, Bobby Mack, $2. Now go full draft day and trade Browns. Yeah, let's see them. Let's see them do that. All
You
right.
know what though? The strength of this draft is in the second and third round. I truly believe that.
Oh, it's deep. There's not
If
a.
you
It's
can
not
keep
top
trading
heavy.
down, if you can keep trading down and collecting draft capital, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's
If you
it's
can
it,
load up second and third round picks, late first round picks,
yeah. I agree with you. All right, the pick's in. Let's see who it's gonna be. Chris says it's gonna be Hunter. David, who you think it's gonna be, brother?
All right, brother. You guys have a great night.
All right, Dave. Thanks for calling in,
Go
man.
Reach.
Io. Here it is. There you go. Chris, you nailed it. Travis Hunter. All right, back to the phone lines. Hello.
What up, boys? How we doing?
Good. How are you doing, Dylan?
Well, I just did a podcast with Corey last night. It was a ton of fun. It was nice to be on the OHIO pod and not have to hear Chris's nonsense. So, it was a lot of fun. It was
it's
good.
common sense, Dylan. It's only common sense.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, wild man.
Bobby Mack with a $2 super chat. Did Chris just call me brilliant? I think so. I think he did. That was a great show you and Corey did, Dylan. Two of my favorite people got together, and that was a lot of fun, man.
Corey's the man. Like he's a great addition to the OHIO. What do you want to call it? Masterminds. So I had a ton of fun. Corey's a good dude. He's young, unlike your co-host there tonight, and just all around a good guy.
Uh, all right, Mika, give me a grade on this suit from Travis Hunter. Holy smokes. You could
Looks
see
like you
that
robbed
guy walk.
Dion's closet.
You could see that guy walking a mile away. Woo!
So who's going to be the first Buckeye off the board?
My guess is a Mekeg Buka.
I would feel the same thing. Now here's the weird thing. I have actually, believe it or not, seen mock drafts where it is Josh Simmons as early as 10 to the
Yeah,
Chicago Bears.
Poor kid's got to go to the Bears. Jeez.
yeah. Now, Dylan, let me ask you this question: who's going to be the first Boilermaker off the board?
I mean, listen. I hope somebody, No, I mean, I really hope that my guy Gus Hartwood gets drafted. Gus is one of my favorite guys at center. Literally played every position on the offensive line for the Boilers last season. There's a bunch of Emba, Card's probably in there, although I don't see him getting drafted, unfortunately. There's a bunch of really good Boilers in there this year, and I'd really like to see our offensive guys who sacrificed a lot for the program get a good chunk of change.
Bobby Mack says he just talked to someone in Denver's taking Trey at number 20.
I've heard
that.
rumor of that,
Yeah, I have heard
but who
Hey, I
knows?
couldn't
If there's
remember on
more
last
trees,
night's episode who named me the honorary Buckeye.
Steely Matt.
That's what it was. Gee, Steely, I'm sorry. I couldn't remember the name.
Well, don't feel too bad. Steely just got you good. Zero
Oh,
picks.
no.
0 for Purdue this draft. He doesn't think
Oh.
now if
Gee,
Hartwig
are
had
you-
gone to Ohio State, he's probably a second or third rounder.
Larry McDonald,
I mean-
that's a chick's blazer.
They call that a pantsuit.
A pantsuit. Did he raid Hillary Clinton's closet for that?
He went to the 90s section of Hillary's closet and said, "There it is. That's it."
I'm telling you, that came right out of Coach Prime's closet. That looks like something he would have wore.
No.
Wild
Yeah.
man, I could have seen you wear that to the prom in the 80s.
Now you know
or
what?
whatever.
I ain't
You
gonna
were
lie.
beautiful.
Back in the '80s, I did have my Don Johnson linen suit, man. I had a couple of them.
Hell
And a
yeah.
hot pink. Now, I
Wild
did have a
man.
nice bright blue one.
Do we have any photo proof of that? Did you chisel that into a stone by chance?
I did not. The last thing I wanted was any evidence. Much like the guys in Michigan, I try to destroy all the evidence I can.
Listen, my coworkers today found my senior composite photo at our school, and now I learned why a lot of people don't like working at the school they went to.
Oh, that's funny.
It's rough. Yeah, it was rough.
I'm doing it, but I think they got rid of the stone tablets years ago.
Oh yeah, your date's well past hanging. They're like, all right, the class of 1980 or 1908 can just we can put that
Giants
away.
pick is in already.
Mika gave that outfit a two star. That's it. 2-star, she said.
Here we go. What do we think with the Giants, guys? I got a feeling it's going to be, Abdul Carter.
100%.
It should be. I don't think they're going to take the chance on Shador this high, but I could be wrong. But I feel like this is definitely a Abdul Carter spot.
I mean, Shador just got his number retired. It's a big deal.
Sean Strzok saying Carter. Bobby Mack says Carter. Mika says it should be Carter. Yeah, so, here we go. Bingo. Man, we are, it is chalk. The teams might have changed, but everything is still chalk right now. Oh man, Troy with a hammer on you, Chris. He said they still have the cave painting of you on the wall, Chris.
We don't have caves in this area.
Got him.
Chris, what was it like when you guys discovered fire?
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Ooh, they were going nuts.
Yeah. Chris is like, I remember the day we invented the wheel.
Back in my day,
What is this outfit? Look at that chain. My gosh.
Dude, even like some of my third graders show up to school wearing some like pretty wild chains.
Oh yeah?
And it's ridiculous. I was telling one of my coworkers the other day that if I asked my dad at age 10 for a chain, he would have laughed at me.
You know what he would have done to you, Dylan? He would have said, sure, son, go to the back of Ace Hardware. There's some chains back there.
Yeah. That's exactly what he would have done.
Uh-huh.
Here's this galvanized chain. They'll love that. Just wear that all day. It'll grow you some muscles, too.
All right,
around
Mika.
looking like a WWE guy.
Mika, grade this one. Look how many stars you're going to give Abdul Carter's outfit here. It's kind of got this long evening gown thing going on. Maybe some black sweatpants underneath that. I don't know. Okay, she gives it a 5
wild man
star.
would wear to this draft.
5 out of 10, she says. What would Wildman wear to the draft?
His best, his Sunday best sweatpants.
That's what Eric would wear.
You
What are you talking about? I'd have on a pair of basketball shorts and an OHL podcast shirt. That's what I'd be wearing.
just go Adam Sandler. You would Adam Sandler it.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
I respect it. I'm still waiting on my Podfather T-shirt.
Uh-oh, Chris. Did you order
Oh
one?
yeah, Chris. Should the filling in? Oh, I
Have,
didn't. No, I
have
thought
I
you guys
seen the
would send me
money?
one.
Have I seen the money?
Oh, Chris said, "Show me the money."
Wow. I've
Under
generated so much clicks for this podcast nightly.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. That's an underrated movie. That is an
It is 100%.
Show me the money. Tom Cruise, man.
Well,
That's a good movie.
the shipping and fulfillment center of the OHIO podcast is lacking.
Well, I don't know. Is your
I
bank?
also have some children yelling in my neighborhood, and I may have to go Karen on them.
Uh-oh.
But
Uh-oh.
no, I'm playing. You damn kids, get off my
Pick is
lawn.
in. I think
This is where I think
Braves gets Ashton Genty right there. I think
this is where things can get a little sideways now. Things can really start to change in this draft right here.
This is the guy who took Derrick Henry and rode that guy for how many years?
Quite a few.
I think Jenny's his guy right here.
If that's good, if that happens, that's good for Travion Henderson, because that means the run on the running backs could actually happen in the first round.
The only other way I could see them going would be maybe taking an offensive tackle here, but I don't think there's an offensive tackle worth a top 5 pick.
Bobby Mack, crap. I just got a text. Browns are taking Sanders at 5 if they can't grab another veteran QB in a trade. Chris, that doesn't sound good for you.
I don't think they do it.
No?
No.
Mika wants a Podfather t-shirt too, Chris, so.
The link should be up to get them. I'll double check the link here after the show. Go on tomorrow and make sure.
Do you have one that you can show everybody by chance?
I do. I have mine floating around here somewhere. Somewhere.
How about I don't even have a Podfather t-shirt and it's my face. I do have that Will Howard jersey though that just fell over. I do have that one.
Okay. Well, you know what? Do I have the t-shirt laying around? Or I might have the sweatshirt. I got the sweatshirt laying around right here.
Yeah. So Dylan, how much closer are you? Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
That's the sweatshirt.
Oh, you know what?
That's even Eric. I think this is even an Eric size sweatshirt, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what, dude?
It's a 4X.
I should buy that for my wife and be like, baby.
I don't think she's 4X though. We'll have to get her.
You can wear me wherever you go. Dylan, how close are you to becoming a Buckeye fan?
Are you ready to just throw in the towel on Perdue?
Did we lose Dylan too? We lost Dylan too.
I think these guys just hanging up on us. We start talking to each other and they bail.
Is something happening? Where's everybody going tonight? I turn around and they're just gone. They're just like, see you later, I'm out. I hope we're not dropping calls for some reason. That'd be bad news.
And I didn't think about it. While you're over on the other show, we will be down without calls for a short time.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
I don't think I can call in and access the program at the same time you do, can I?
No, I don't think so. But we'll find out. We'll see how.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
TG, what's up?
Hey, what up, y'all?
How's your draft night going?
I'm going pretty good. I will say this. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to watch the draft because my internet went out, which sucks. But thank God it came back on.
Well, it looks like, Chris, that we're dropping the calls because Mika says I lost you guys. So we might be. So TG, if all of a sudden you're talking and the call drops, just call back in, okay?
No problem.
All right. So what'd you think of the Browns trade? That was interesting, wasn't it?
It was pretty interesting, but I figured they might do something like that.
Yeah. I think they need a lot. And like Chris said, this is a draft that's pretty deep. I was talking with someone today who said a draft expert. I wasn't talking to him. I was listening to him on the radio. Let me clarify. And he said from picks about 12 to the end of the third round, he goes, everybody's draft boards are completely different. So this is
not shocking.
Yeah, this is one of those drafts where I think it's pretty deep. So be very, very interesting to see what the Browns do. If they trade again, I think that would, like Bobby Mack said, that could be huge. So what's your favorite part of the NFL draft, TG?
My favorite part really is just the suspense of who's going to get their name card once we start getting past the obvious people. It's the suspense after that.
Yeah. I like watching the Buckeyes get drafted. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, obviously, that's always going to be my favorite. But outside of the Buckeyes getting drafted, that's pretty much my favorite part.
It's going to be Will Campbell.
Here we go.
Who do you think Mike Vrabel and them are going to draft?
It's either Will Campbell or Genty, and I'm starting to lean more towards Campbell.
Really?
Well, it's the draft. The pick is in. Who's this guy?
Okay, wait, who's that? Because y'all might be a
Will
little
Campbell,
bit.
the tackle from LSU. Yep.
Oh, he drafted Will Campbell?
Yep.
Hey, listen. The guy knows you win in the trenches. Okay?
Yeah. I will question though, how good do you think Will Campbell will be? Because I'm not gonna lie, I saw his tape. I think he's pretty good, but there's something about his game that really, from some of the games I watch, is like, some don't look right.
Yeah, he doesn't look very athletic, does he?
Kind of looks
it's
like
not in the fact he don't look athletic. It's like when I'm watching his film, some seem off with like when I'm watching him block, even in pass blocking, something just looked off. I couldn't tell. It's like maybe I need to rewatch the film again, but I'm like something about him, and I read up on his weaknesses, and I forgot what it was. But I'm like, okay, this might be something people really want to look on and might want to look to develop.
The one pass block highlight they just showed, he stands up too much.
Yeah, that pretty much. That's one of them.
He doesn't look like he's got good bend. But
yeah, you know what's super funny is that's what people say a lot about Josh Ryder. He does not have good bend, and yet you got a guy who don't got good bend drafted in the very high end of the round, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
not more talent, I'll say that, but it's like if you can't bend that good, dude.
Well, he's played his career down in Baton Rouge, and now he's about ready to go to Boston. Get ready for some cold weather, buddy. See how that goes.
That's the other thing I was kind of worried about. I'm like, okay, because that's the one thing I would say about like SEC players is like, man, when they go to the cold, they ain't the same, man.
I'm worried here. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you guys are. Yeah, you guys are kind of because even on my TV, it's showing me the Will Jr. pick. So it's kind of funny though, because it's like I kind of had a feeling that somebody would be taking trenches. So what do you think the Cleveland Browns need essentially? Because do you think they need to do some more work in the trenches, or do you think they're good?
Cleveland needs everything. They need everything.
Tackle, quarterback, wide receiver, linebacker.
They need
I would like to see it go with like Jalen Walker.
What's super funny to me is like with the Cleveland Browns, how have you not learned your lesson about drafting Michigan players? Because bro, I've said it again. I said it once. I'm saying it again. Zach Zinner, total trash.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they're looking at the same thing if they go Mason Graham, which is a concern of mine. But a bigger concern is that they're going to go Shedeur Sanders here. I don't like it. I would rather see him go with like a linebacker like Jalen Walker out of Georgia.
Let me ask you a question. Which one's a better quarterback, Shedeur Sanders or JJ McCarthy?
I don't think. I'm probably going to say Shedeur Sanders, but I don't want the chaos that goes with Shedeur Sanders.
I'll take option C, Will Howard.
I would love to go option C in
Yeah,
that
that's
case.
true. Here's the funny thing. I would want the Browns to build that offense before putting Will Howard on that team, because I'm not going to
Ashton
build
Jenney
that
could
offense.
be interesting too.
Because one thing I've known is they need a guard, right? Like, they need a couple guards, like Donnie Jackson is available. Like, because they were actually starting to do the right thing, getting some Ohio State talent. Like, and then you go off, you draft the Michigan talent. You see how bad, like, you would think from the Jabril Peppers experience, you would learn these Michigan talents are not good. Like, if you got a chance, get a pipeline system. You got a pipeline of NFL talent in your backyard. Get it.
Yep.
You know,
I would never understand. I would never understand Cleveland and Cincinnati. It's like, why does everybody else use it but not you?
I would not be surprised to see Genty here either, only because with them moving on from Nick Chubb.
Right.
I mean, the guy does have some significant knee problems, and he's getting older, so I can kind of see why.
Well, where did he go? Where did he go?
Don't get me wrong.
Where did he go? Where did Chubb go?
I don't think he signed yet.
I have no idea. I forgot where he got.
TG, are you a Bears fan?
Oh, heck no. I was a Bears fan when they had Justin Fields. Once they got rid of him, I did not care.
You said, I'm done. I'm out.
No, because I was never a Bears fan. Like, when they drafted Justin Fields, I was rooting on the Bears because I was rooting for Fields. That was it, man. So, like, once I got rid of him, I was done. Especially because I was dumb enough to fall for the whole Caleb Williams. And don't get me started on that soft little – don't even get me started with him.
I think it's Jenny here, guys.
What do you think, Chris?
I think it's going to be Jenny. I don't think they should waste this on Shedeur Sanders. You have a better chance of hitting on a running back in the first round than you do in a quarterback.
All right, here we go, you brownies.
Honestly,
pick is in.
Honestly, I would say, why not draft Trevion Henderson to push off Jenkins? I think they're both better than Ashton Jenkins. That'd be my thing. I'd rather draft Henderson, you know.
Oh, Chris!
They drafted Shedeur.
Mason Graham.
I can say I'm officially done with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, Chris, no, come on, bro.
I am done with the Cleveland Browns at this point.
They actually drafted a Michigan guy, and they have not learned their lesson at this point.
Chris.
Oh, my God.
I'm officially no longer a Browns fan.
Brandon's with me. He's laughing.
That is funny.
They did a brilliant move, and then they screwed up again. I'm done with them. They're trash. They can rot in hell, the whole lot of them.
Oh, Chris. They traded back.
I still won't root for the damn Bengals or the Steelers, but I am not a Browns fan any longer.
Some Michigan players, it looks like, and they still hadn't learned their lesson. So watch how Mason Graham turns out to be a bust. Even though he's the one Michigan guy, I would even consider taking over the rest of them.
Oh, Larry McDonald, no. He says, now we have two. Now we have two of them.
You know what?
They still got Chris Jenkins, the Michigan defensive tackle on their roster, who was not great last year, and then you're drafting another one. Like, y'all have not learned your lesson when it comes to drafting Michigan players. You clearly haven't. That's funny AF.
The Raiders pick is in, and I'm telling you what, they just did Kelly a big favor.
Yeah, they did.
They handed him Genty.
Yeah, and that's exactly who they're going to go for. It's exactly who it's going to be right here, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they take Sanders, right?
No, because quarterback, they don't look at that as a huge instant need.
Who do they have at quarterback?
Who's
the Raiders have?
Geno Smith.
Oh, gosh.
Even though they can still get like a backup, even though they can still get somebody to learn under him to be like a future franchise guy, they were probably going to do that in like the second or third round.
I still think Howard ends up with the Raiders, guys. I really do. I
do too, to be honest. Oh man, I would never get over with this. Cleveland they just do what they do at this point. It's kind of funny. Like, expect them
I am so
just
done
when
with
they're
these
doing
idiots.
right. You're drafting Ohio State players. See how much better it's benefiting you, and then all of a sudden, you go with the one guy that you probably shouldn't have drafted. Like, I probably would have drafted him in later,
I
like
would
in
have
the late
taken
first
Shedeur
round, but
Sanders.
no, not this high. Mason Graham is a good player, but man, like I said with the Michigan players, dude, their film is broken. You do not know how good these guys really are. You really don't.
We know how good they are when they got the other team's playbook. That's what we know.
That's all we know. That's why. I mean, if you notice, it's Will Johnson's draft has started slipping just because of that. Because I think NFL teams are even starting to realize that was a bad idea. Like, you don't know how good he is, especially seeing the Michigan secondary, how well they're doing in the NFL right now. They're all trash.
Oh,
Literally, a lot of them got released, which is kind of funny.
that was one of my favorite moments of this entire podcast right there. Poor Chris and his
Done
pain.
with
Bro,
these
if
losers.
I'm an Ohio State, think about this. If you are a Cleveland Browns fan and you had to see this again, you already drafted Michigan guys before and it's never worked. And now you're about to have this happen again where there's a good chance this dude may just bust out. And he's the more surefire one of the four.
Wow.
That's just crazy.
Wow.
50 years of this stupidity is enough. I am literally turning them off. I am done with them.
Oh, Chris, you poor thing, man. I actually feel bad for you.
People can act like he's good, but again, you don't know. We've seen this with even Michigan's deep tackles or linebackers and their DBs, man. Once they get to the NFL, they absolutely suck. The only one that has it is Adrian Hutchinson, but that's also because he's been doing this long before the cheating scandal started. He's already a good player. We do not know how good these Michigan players are. Yes, again,
There
you
it
have
is.
stupid teams like the Cleveland Browns.
You just handed him to the Raiders, Chris. They literally gift wrapped him to the Vegas Raiders.
You know what? I love this for Chip Kelly. I love this for Ashton Genty. I am not a Raiders fan, but I'll tell you what, if they make the right move in a backup quarterback and pick up a decent receiver, I'm telling you, this is a playoff team. I don't know if they're a contender, but they're a playoff team.
Oh,
I swear, if I'm every NFL team, trust me when I'm telling you this too, because one of my friends who's a Buckeye fan literally just told me, why is it that this team has an NFL, same thing I said, why is it that the Cleveland Browns have an NFL pipeline system, but they never use it, ever?
Because they're stupid.
Like, dude, every team would kill to have the pipeline system you got. I mean, if you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, dude, they literally take Georgia players
all the time.
They built their defense around Georgia.
Their entire defense is nothing but Bulldogs.
With both offense and defense. You literally have that with both offense and defense. And all of us, don't have access to them in your backyard. Y'all are a stupid bunch. It's just crazy.
I like right here. I like Membo, the offensive tackle out of Missouri.
Who's up next?
The Jets.
The Jets? They're like Cleveland. They need everything.
I mean, here's what they need, really. Wide receiver, offensive line, really right tackle. That's what they need. And they do need a lot on defense. And still some pieces on offense, but it's not a whole lot. The good thing is you got Justin Fields, you got Garrett Wilson, so you better make the smart choices.
And that's why I think they go tackle here.
That's what they will do.
Bobby Mack says, if Houston...
Which tackle do you think they get?
I'm sorry, what was that, TG?
I said, which tackle do you think they get?
I like Membu, the offensive tackle out of Missouri. I think it's Missouri.
Yeah, that's who I would say they would do.
Well, that would make our buddy Skeeter happy.
I think they got a really good O-line. They just need a tackle, for God's sake. A right tackle, so their right tackle spot is trash.
Bobby Mack says, $2 super chat. If Houston takes 2 Buckeyes, I'm going to be their fan. So I think Bobby Mack might be.
You know what, Bobby? You and I can both jump on that bandwagon.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, I'm already in love with the Houston Texans just because of CJ. Like I said, I'm riding with the Jets right now just because of Justin. And they got Josh Myers, they got Jerry Ruckert, they got Garrett Wilson. So get some more talent there, and I'm gonna support that team if you got Buckeyes on it. Unless I like you.
Chris,
Doozy, that's the truth right there. If there's one thing the Browns are, it's consistent. Consistently stupid.
yeah,
And
Steely.
it's like, again, you were doing so well getting the Ohio State talent. You were actually doing right, and then you go right back to doing the stupid. Like, really?
So Steely brings up that the
So
Cincinnati Reds had a couple Michigan players back in the day. Barry Larkin, shortstop Barry Larkin was he actually
Yeah.
played for Michigan? Yeah. Go ahead, TG.
So I was gonna say this. Which Buckeyes do you think are gonna get drafted first? Because I think it's either gonna be Simmons and Emeka, either one of them two. And
Yeah.
where do you think they get drafted?
Good question. My prediction is a Mecca, and he goes to the Cowboys at pick number 12. That's my
I like
prediction.
I
I like
hope
Emeka
not.
as well, but I like him at 18 to Seattle.
I would rather him at Seattle or the Cardinals because I would love to see him and Marvin. Now, where do you guys think Simmons will end up? Which team?
Yeah, I can pull that up for you
I
too,
like him
Chris.
going to the Texans at 25.
Yeah, that's what I say. I would love.
Seen him as
I think I
high
would love a
as
lot of our offensive linemen. I
Yeah.
would love all of our offensive linemen to go straight to CJ Stroud because he's gonna need it.
his whole line was trashed. They got rid of what? Tunsil's gone. I think both tackles and one guard are gone.
I have
Yeah,
Simmons.
because they played trash last year. They did.
I have Simmons going the second round, pick 33 to the Cleveland Browns. They got Graham.
They don't deserve him now.
And you know what's so funny? I was actually talking about that like in 2023 because I know the Cleveland Browns, they needed a left tackle. You got DeJuan Jones. Why not get Joshua Simmons, right? And then you pull this dumb stuff.
Idiots.
Ooh, Brian Oberst says if Emeka falls to 25, the Texans get him at 25.
They would.
Get that CJ to
Yeah,
Emeka.
that's true. That's absolutely true. They will get him. I promise you, because they want to have that CJ Stroud and Mecca Booker reunion. That would be fire.
Yeah.
I don't see him falling that low. I think it's too good of a story at 18 to Seattle with the kid coming home, putting him opposite JSN. Well, like we talked about, he'll probably
and the good thing is too is that Mecca's a play on the outside, so that's what's even greater.
Andre Green says, Podfather, which Buckeye gets drafted first, Travion Henderson or Quinshon Judkins? I'm going with Henderson.
Yeah. Originally, I had it switched the other way, but I actually switched that this morning. I went with Travion because I've got him at the end of the first round going to Kansas City.
Let me ask you a question. If Travion gets drafted to the freaking Kansas City Chiefs, would that be unfair?
He goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm telling you right now, I think he's a legitimate Rookie of the Year candidate because he's going to get some great touches. He'll be a big part of a passing game. I think he's a Rookie of the Year favorite right out of the gate if he goes to the Chiefs.
Oh, my. Mika just came up with a drinking game. Mika says every time someone says trash, you got to take a drink.
Well, anytime somebody says Browns, I'm going to say trash tonight.
It's all the same. You say Cleveland Browns.
All right, so by the way, say this too, because I also thought this with Quinshon, and I thought he would even have a good time with the Chiefs. But I actually was talking about this with a Chiefs fan who said, let's see if there are any teams dumb enough to pass up on Ohio State talent. What happens if the Kansas City Chiefs gets a hold of a bunch of Buckeyes? How well do you think that goes for the NFL, in your opinion? How well do you think that goes?
Oh, I think that the Chiefs have a legitimate shot. We've talked about dynasty, obviously, with the Chiefs, even though they haven't consistently won the way New England did during their stretch. But I mean, you look, Mahomes is still fairly young. They get a couple good Ohio State players in there. These guys are going to be going, Super Bowl bound, I think, several more times over the next few years.
Yeah. And that's it, this too, because while we were talking, we talked about how, like, if the Chiefs had an offensive line that had, like, basically teams that knew, and I'm not talking about Michigan because they can't develop offensive linemen for nothing. I don't care what their fans say. Like, their offensive linemen, when they go to the NFL, is straight up trash. But say they get, like, Ohio State, Penn State type offensive linemen on their offensive line. And at wide receiver, you get, say, Travion at running back, and you have the Ohio State receivers as your receiving core. That would be just deadly at that point.
Armand Menboom from Missouri just went to the Jets. So good call, TG. Good call.
Good.
Chris, you
Good.
guys nailed it. Good job.
Yeah, I figured they would, and I'm not going to lie, too. I'm going to tell you this right now, because I have been at war with people, especially stupid Bears fans in particular, about Justin Fields. And I've said this before. If the Jets get this right, this would be the best offensive line this dude has played behind his entire career. Imagine that, too.
Yeah, imagine how Chicago fans would feel, TG, to watch Justin Fields actually lead the Jets, who haven't been to the playoffs for what, over a decade or more,
Is in again already.
get to the playoffs, and simply because he had an offensive line, and they gave up on him and went down.
Not only that,
they went down.
Not only that, but they actually gave him some weapons and some good coaching, for God's sake. I mean, my God, his time at Chicago was a freaking dumpster fire because they didn't build nothing around that guy. And this guy almost got into the playoffs last year with a defense that ended up turning around like half of the season, and literally with no offensive weapons, no offensive line, no wide receivers other than DJ Moore and Cole Kmet. And I said it before, Justin Fields got Cole Kmet paid. I don't care what anybody say. He got that man paid. And even Cole Kmet would tell you. He got better with Fields.
So, TG, I got to ask you, we got Carolina, their picks coming in. I think they need the most help at edge. Do they go Michael Williams or do they go for one of the corners? Because they also need a lot of help at corner. Do they go with Jahade Barron out of Texas or even take a shot at Will Johnson there? What do you think? I like Michael Williams.
If they take a shot at Will Johnson, you might as well cancel it. If they take a shot at Will Johnson, they might as well cancel their season because they're just absolutely stupid taking that.
Cancel their season.
I would say go with Williams.
Yeah,
go with Williams, man. That's the smarter choice. You need help on the D line. Get a defensive lineman. I do not care. And again, don't if you're gonna take a corner, take the guy from Texas. Do not take Will Johnson at all. The dude is a fraud. I'm sorry. You take that idiot. Just understand this. I'm gonna tell every NFL team this. If any team has Will Johnson, throw the ball that mother effer's way and really test this guy. See if he can actually read an offense. Really test that fool and let's see how well he can read an offense with no freaking Connor Stein. Let's see. Because there's a reason why that dude faked a toe injury so he could get out for the rest of the season. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, TG, you're killing me.
She's right though. She's
cancel their season.
That guy's gonna get lit up like a Christmas tree when he has to do it for real on his own.
Oh gosh.
Right, especially like imagine him against Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase 1-on-1. Imagine him against Marvin 1-on-1 with no kind of science. Because as much as people want to say, oh, him and Marvin went toe to toe. No, they didn't, dude. This guy always had help over the top. F off.
Hey.
No, I'm sorry.
He also had help in ground core.
1-on-1 with this guy. He cooked him.
You take away.
Even this guy faked a toe injury to get out for the rest of the season because you have no other legitimate tape of this guy other than 22, 23, which is a year for the cheating scandal. I don't know how good this guy really is. He's nothing but a fraud, just like all the other Michigan phonies. I'm gonna keep it family friendly.
Thank you.
The other Michigan phonies that are just complete and utter dog water in the NFL. Learn that lesson right now.
TG got practice that family friendly. She got practice that. Hey, dude, you're killing me tonight, TG. I'm loving every second of this.
The official DK swear jar for TG2.
She just dropping money in DK's swear jar for him. No, this is funny, dude.
Like I said, I really want to say what I really want to say about these music players because they ain't family friendly at all. What I gotta say about them, it's not. I'm sorry, it just isn't. But I'm gonna keep it family friendly for the obvious reason because these guys are just absolute frauds, absolute inferior, low level, what you basically would call what do you call them? Type of pimps out on the street. That's what they is.
I got you. I know what you're talking about. Ladies of the night. Todd here. He says, Bears fan here. Who we hoping we pick who you hoping we pick coming up? Who do you think the Bears are going to get here, guys?
Oh,
I have no idea what this is at this point.
well, as I
Because
look
they
at the
always do something
Bears,
stupid.
You got Carolina, then New Orleans, then Chicago. So
yeah, the Bears are at 10.
are the Bears are they in the market for a wide receiver too, aren't they?
They're in the market for a little
Maybe,
bit
I
of
don't know.
everything. Um,
Oh, Todd is saying he's hearing Loveland. They're in need of a
I
tight
think tight
end.
end would be good, but I'll tell you what, I'm taking
You
Tyler Warren over
you talking about
Loveland.
the Bears are trying to. If they say close to Loveland, that wouldn't shock me. But
Yeah.
be known,
Tyler Warren's a
all the-
weapon.
all
He's
the
a
struggles
weapon.
you-
Yeah,
Yeah, no, here's the thing though. If they do take this guy, if they take Coastal Lovely, because again, it's the Bears. I could see them doing something that dumb. I could take it Coastal Lovely, and if they do, well, I already know what to expect for them. And like I said, I don't expect them to have a better season. I don't care what their fans say at this point. I don't. As long as Caleb Williams is your quarterback, expect to have a bum of a season. Like your defense gonna have to play out of their freaking minds to keep y'all in every game for y'all to win. And I hope every NFL team has learned this lesson. Stop playing prevent defense. It's the only time this dude actually looks good is when he's playing prevent defense.
First wide receiver went off the board. How do you pronounce his
Who's
first
that?
name? Tataroa McMillan, the Arizona wide receiver.
yeah,
Tate McMillan?
McMillan.
Yeah.
How do you
I just
pronounce
call him Tate McMillan.
T?
The Arizona Cardinals really took that lazy bump. That is okay. That's ridiculous.
I mean, he's a bigger body wide receiver, but no, I don't think he has near the talent of what you've got in a Mecca.
No.
Or
But this is good for a Mecca, though.
No. Here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. This guy don't even watch film. I'm sorry. Like if you watch his film, he's a lazy route runner who doesn't put any effort into anything. The dude is flat out lazy. He makes contested catches and all that, but that's all he is. He can't run routes. He can't read the defense. He doesn't know how to attack a defense. He just does stuff. And you really took that guy?
When you need edge,
Like really?
I don't know how you pass on Michael Williams and go after this guy. I really don't, because they need.
I don't either.
The edge.
And that was the last thing I expected them. I mean, I know they were going to go after wide receiver at some point because they do need the weapons badly. I'm not going to lie. They need some wide receivers.
Let me ask you this too, because he had a lot of highlight. I watched him play a couple times. He had a lot of highlight plays, but how much of that is based off the fact that he was going up against Big 12 defenses too?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. The Big 12 defense was pretty good last year, but at the same time, it's a lot of it can contribute to that as well because it's not like you're going up against legitimate NFL DB, except for, did he ever play the Colorado Buffaloes?
I don't know if Arizona played Colorado or not.
Because if they did, that would pretty much be the only NFL DB you potentially play against was Travis Hunter. That would be the only one if they did play him. But it's like, no, I don't know.
So we got the Saints on the clock now. Now this is a team that needs help with the wide receiver at the corner, edge.
This is
guard,
Skeeter's team,
and they need help at quarterback. Do you think right here is where Shador goes?
This might be where Shador ends up.
This could be where Shador ends up. It could be.
If I'm looking at this, I'm still looking though. I'm thinking you've got a Mecca on the board. You need wide receiver help.
Well, here's the thing too.
You need corner help.
Shador's personality. He's going to sell a lot of jerseys.
He is.
That's New Orleans.
Believe me, I know this.
New Orleans would eat him up, man. As far as this would be a smart financial move. But Dennis, where's Skeeter at? Yeah, I'm wondering.
But here it is, Eric. Can I throw you a possible curveball?
Sure.
What about Tyler Warren to the team that has had
the tight end
buddy down there,
quarterback,
tight end / quarterback.
Well, maybe.
To me, I think the best move here for them is probably Jihadi Brown, honestly, because they need corners. But I really feel like Shador's going here.
Mhm. Okay, I'll check it later. Okay, I'll check that later. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested to see because, like I said, This is where like the suspense pretty much happens in the NFL draft. Where I don't know who's gonna go where.
And here's the thing. I'm
I'm
telling
not.
you right now, a trade's coming if they don't take Shador Sanders, because you're going to see Jerry Jones make a move to slide up to get him because he wants Dion as his coach.
Ooh.
Of course.
And the
Ooh.
Of
Cowboys are
course,
picking
that's a
up.
Jerry Jones thing for sure. For sure.
Chris.
Oh, but not only that too, but also I'm gonna tell you guys this too. Do you guys know that Sean had called me earlier, told me he got into it with some
I don't think he'll need to trade.
and
Chicago
yeah,
doesn't
and
need a
also get this
quarterback.
too, this dude.
San Francisco doesn't need a quarterback. He's at 12.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't know
I
that
mean,
he
let me
needs to
say
trade.
something right now. I'm gonna tell you, it won't be long before the Chicago Bears kind of regret taking Jimmy G. I'm gonna just say this now, like they're gonna be right back to quarterback check as soon as this all happens. Because
I
I don't
took
care
him in
how good
fantasy last year. I regret it
he
already.
cannot play in the NFL offense. He's absolutely trash. All he does is the hero ball type stuff. He got away with that for 3 freaking years.
Oh,
Okay, who is
man.
it? The Saints pick. Who do we think? Is it Shador? I think it's Shador. I hope it's not.
I think it might be Shador too.
For Skeeter's sake, I hope it's
I have
not.
no idea, but it could be.
I still think if it's me, I'm going either Jihadi Brown or Michael Williams.
Oh, do you know what's super funny too? That there was conversation, rumors actually about the Jets trying to trade for Chris Olave.
Yeah, there were rumors about that.
There was rumors about the Browns trading for
And
him.
that's being
Idiots.
I don't think Chris Olave want to go to the Browns. No offense, Chris, I don't think he would want to go just because of how that there's some issues with this team until they figure it out. It's like, and at quarterback, y'all got somebody he don't like at quarterback. I'm sorry.
That's a smart pick.
Like if you gave,
It's
who to
not
pick?
it's not a sexy pick, but that is a smart pick right there. Offensive tackle Kevin Banks Jr.
That is a
Oh yeah,
very
they
good
did need
pick.
help at offensive line. That's true. They needed it.
That's a smart pick. I think
I
Skeeter's
feel
got to
like
be
they need
happy
more
with
help
that.
at guard than they did at tackle, but I mean, I don't think you can go wrong here.
Oh Lord, here we go. Carl's in the house, Chris. I can't believe the Browns. Love to see Travion in the first round. Go Bucks. Beat the record overall number of draft picks. Great job, Eric and Chris. He's a Browns fan with you, Chris. He feels your pain, brother.
I was a Browns fan, Eric. I can't be anymore. I just can't. 50 years of stupidity has just burned me out.
Oh shoot. All right,
Hey guys, do you think there's a chance the Buckeyes? Hey, do you guys think there's a chance the Buckeyes can break the record?
I do. I do think there's a chance.
I think they get 16.
I think there's a chance they could get 17 because some people are willing to take a chance. If you went to Ohio State, they're willing to take a chance on you.
Do you think 16 will break it? And which means either G. Scott Jr. or Josh Fryer gets picked up.
And you know what? There's a chance that all 17 go, Eric.
There might be,
I really
but
think there is.
do you think which one do you think gets picked?
Like that's the reason.
What's that, TG?
If I had to take a guess, I would say G. Scott because the potential's there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Out of the two. But I'm also going to say I do think there's a chance Josh Fryer gets picked, and it's because of the fact that Fryer, well, we may all but know that, yes, he's not a superstar of an offensive lineman, but he's more than just serviceable. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like him at first, but it's like, if you really look at his season, you watch the film, he was actually the most consistent offensive lineman the entire season. And he was also among the highest rated all year. He graded out as a champion. He also graded out like in the 75, 77 type percent. Like he always graded very high. So I'm not saying Fryer is an elite player, but it's like I'm saying he's serviceable, he's consistent, and he's the type of guy who doesn't get beat a lot. Like, yes, while he hasn't played it a whole lot, and his first time playing, he didn't do so hot, at least in, 23? But you saw how he got better as the season went on in 23, and in 24, he stayed consistent. And in the playoffs, this guy played phenomenal, if anything. And not only that, but he was also playing through a bum ankle. So give him all the credit in the world. I think there's a chance he could get picked at least in the 6th, 7th round. Whereas G. Scott, I could see him getting picked in like 4th, 5th, 6th, maybe even the 7th.
What are we watching right now? What is
I don't know,
this?
but I'm going to tell you right now, the Bears are on the clock, and I think their biggest need is defensive tackle. I like Derek Harmon here out of Oregon.
Derek Harmon would be fine.
I mean, they do need help on the edge as well, so I could see Michael Williams here as well. But I'm just feeling Derek Harmon. As far as what you were saying about Josh
I'm not
Fryer,
gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. If the Bears do take him, I kind of expect their careers to be ruined. Because this is just what the Bears did. I'm sorry.
All right, TG, I'm gonna have to let you go. We've got one that's been waiting a while. I appreciate you calling in, girl. Enjoy the rest of your
All right.
draft. OH.
IO.
Eric, just
Mhm.
I do like Josh Fryer to get selected. I think he's got good size versatility. I think he goes to Detroit late. He's a great backup option for Penei Sewell. I really think he's got a shot.
All right. I'm with you. All right, Caden, what's up?
No, it's Dan, right? You know my name. My actual name is Dan.
Well, why were you calling yourself Caden?
That's just the character. Like I said, the character I played as, the most hated Ohio State fan on YouTube. I explained that.
So
I'll tell you another day on another call-in show. But
okay.
But how's everything going tonight, guys?
Well, we're just enjoying the draft. It's been a lot of fun. Chris is dealing with jumping off a cliff because his Browns selected a Wolverine, and he's struggling with that.
I don't
So
even care that it was a Wolverine. It was an idiot move with what you had on the board available.
so as you can hear, Dan.
Well, I came to bring you guys some better news.
Or what's your better news, buddy?
Something is official. This Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the Dan versus Bert, the Unsanctioned Show. That Sunday night, 7 p.m. EST. That's right. You heard it correct. The Unsanctioned Show is official. And, Eric, this is something I've been waiting to do for a long time with Bert. So I'm ready and I'm pumped for the Unsanctioned Show.
Have you approved this with Burks? Do you know if he's coming or not?
You said what, Eric?
Do you know if Burks is coming to your show yet or not? Have you got that confirmed?
Well, I've been waiting to hear. Well, Burks was up at the idea the first time that I suggested it is. And then last week on the Ohio State call-in show, Ryan and Garrison wanted to settle our differences, but we said we wanted to do it last week, but I couldn't because of some issues I was having with some family last week because of Easter, and then a friend's family relative passed away, so it had to get moved.
So you're announcing this, but you don't 100% know if he's coming or not.
Well, last Sunday was Easter Sunday, so nobody really wanted to get nobody wanted an unsanctioned show on Easter Sunday. So, I mean, I don't blame people. Nobody wants an unsanctioned show on Easter Sunday.
Colston Loveland going to the Bears. Okay, Dan. All right, Dan, I hear you, but you haven't answered my question yet. Have you confirmed 100% that Burks is coming on your show?
As far as I know, I have not heard from the man himself.
Okay.
I don't know if he.
So
I don't know.
Do you think it's wise? Do you think it's wise to promote something that you don't have 100% confidence in is going to happen?
Well, I am going to still do the unsanctioned show. And if Burke shows up, that's fine. If he doesn't, then he's proven a point to me that I've said to myself. But yeah, I've never said personally live on your podcast, Eric, and I'm not going to say it because it wouldn't be family. It's not family friendly. With all due respect.
Thank you for respecting that. I appreciate that.
But the unsanctioned show is official. Though Burks doesn't show up, that's fine. I'm still going to do the unsanctioned show Sunday night.
Okay. Well, there you have it, everybody. Burks using the OHIO podcast platform to promote his unsanctioned show. Do you have anything of substance to bring to the program tonight about the draft or Ohio State?
There's something about Ohio State that I wanted to talk to you two about.
Great.
I mentioned this earlier to Garrison and Ryan. I said Ohio State is basically now they're not going to let the media teams in inside the facility now because of spring and summer boot camp there. This is the part of the season where Ohio State is really going to start buffing up their team, getting, as the quote says, or the motto says, iron sharpens iron. They're going to get the teammates and all of them sharpened up, ready to roll for this coming season. So I would not deny Ohio State is going back to a national championship again this year or even the following year. But I will say this. Week 1, I'm going to tell you what, the Texas game, although Arch Manning is said to be one of the best quarterbacks right now, even though it's just because of his last name, I will tell you this, Eric. I predict the Texas-Ohio State game will be a bloodbath, and Texas will lose by 2 or 3 touchdowns to Ohio State. That is my bottom line on that. I will put my money down where my mouth is on that game.
Okay. How much money are you willing to put down?
I'm not much of a money better man, but I know by the statistics of Ohio State's defense.
Now, hold on, Dan. You just said you'd put your money where your mouth is. How much money are you willing to put down? Because I can find you a Texas fan, and we can make this happen.
See, Eric, I use the quote, I'll put my money where my mouth is, as a figure of speech, not as in literally. See, you have to understand. I can use one phrase in a figurative manner or a literal manner.
Okay.
I'll put my money where my mouth is in a figurative state. Because I know by the statistics, like I said about Ohio State defense, they will easily dominate or easily destroy Texas in that game, and I am confident in that.
Okay, how many points did you say again? What was it? 2 touchdowns? So
Ohio State will slaughter Texas by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
All right, let's pick one, 2 or 3.
You know what? I'm confident. 3 touchdowns. Even no. Because we won a national championship when we went through Texas earlier this year. I'm going to say 4 touchdowns.
4? Now, hold on. Because I'm going to do something for you, Dan. I'm willing to bet my money on your mouth. I'm willing to bet $20. I will spot you $20, but I'm not going to spot you $20 for 28 points.
I'll tell you what. I'll jump in if it's 28 points, Eric. I'll take Texas at 28 points.
Oh no, you can't. You're a Buckeye fan. Stop it.
Well, I'm a Buckeye fan, but I also am smart enough to, if somebody's given 28 points, I'm going to take it.
All right. So how about this, Dan? I will spot you $20, but you have to say 14 points.
We beat them by 14 plus?
No, not plus. 14. The spread is 14. So we have to get 14. At least 14.
But what if we beat them by more than 14
then
points?
We win the bet. It's 14 or more. But you can't put the spread at 28, man. That's insane. I will spot you $14 against a Texas fan, or $20 against a Texas fan at 14 points. Hmm.
I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking. Eric, I honestly think that's a good idea.
Oh, I know
like
it's a
your
good idea because you're spending my money.
Hey, Eric, not to interrupt.
Oh, because, hey, I'm confident in my Ohio State Buckeyes defense to hold Arch Manning because it's proven once, it can be proven twice. Arch Manning is not ready for Ohio State. He is not ready to hang with us, and I will tell you what, that Ohio State defense will make sure he learns one thing about coming into Columbus. He made a grave mistake coming into the house that Chick Harley built. Because not only will he get his kicked,
Don't be
but
doing
he will get
don't do
the
the
living.
stuff again, Dan. No one wants to hear you hum. Just say it without having to beep yourself.
I did the bleeding out of respect for the family friendly.
Yeah, but you don't have to do it. It's because it's annoying. So just say it without cussing. It's not that hard.
Basically, Ohio State defense will beat Arch Manning to a bloody pulp, and we'll leave them in a bloody bath. Basically.
Okay. 14 points or more. Dan is betting my money. Dan is betting Eric's money on 14 or more. We got to find a Texas fan willing to take that bet. We will do that. Dan, Sunday night, what time? 7 o'clock?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be waiting for the first Michigan fan. I don't care if it's Tim Prangley. I don't care if it's Jackson Johnson. I don't care if it's anybody. They got the guts. Step up to the game and step up to the plate if you're ready to go unsanctioned. And I will apologize to Chris for Monday night. That was just me getting ready for this Sunday night because obviously I'm ready to get unsanctioned.
Mikel Williams.
And I'm ready for unsanctioned.
Edge rusher, Georgia, just got picked up to the San Francisco 49ers. There we have that.
I'm back on the track again, Eric.
Are
I
you?
put that one in the chat earlier.
You got that one. Dallas is
And
up.
actually,
this is where I've got Emeka Ibuka. This is where I got Emeka Ibuka
It's going to be Shedeur Sanders.
Dan, thank you for calling in, buddy.
Thing,
enjoy your show Sunday night, man. We'll
Eric,
okay, one more thing. You got one more thing. Go for it.
Well, I was going to say, you know how I've won 2 bets, only 2 bets, and that was one Georgia game and that was one Ohio State game. And I'll tell you what, when I won the Georgia bet, oh my God, was I right? But I'll leave it at that, boys. Thanks for having me on. As always, go Bucks, OHIO, and let's go, baby, with that nice national championship. And maybe soon, 10th, 11th, 12th national championship. I don't know. We'll just have to see what goes on. But go Bucks, fellas.
See you later, Dan. Oh my goodness gracious. Bobby Mack with another $2. Man, Bobby Mack with some serious dough dropping tonight, buddy. $2 holler. Smash that like button, Pod Squad. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. Mimi L, this show is great, other than Dan. LLL. This whole time, I thought his name was Caden.
That was his character, Eric.
That was his character.
That was his character.
Chris, what if you could name my character? It can't be Podfather. What would you name my character?
Oh.
Chat, help him out. Give me a character name here. We have Caden the man's character. We need the Podfather needs. What'd you say?
Stogie.
The Stogie from we got something that has to rhyme with Ogie. Stogie from I don't know. Is there a town name that ends in Ogie?
Don't know.
Come on. Someone's got to know something. Oh gosh, Bobby Mack, you son of a gun, you. Look at this, Chris.
Dom DeLuise, baby.
Here we go. Come on. No! Come on. They could have had a Mecca Egbuka. What are you doing, Dallas?
You know what? I think that they're putting some bad value on some of these offensive linemen. I agree with the tackles. I don't even think Tyler Booker was the best guard in this class.
No, I mean not even close. Donovan Jackson is hands down because I also think that Donovan's got the value because he can play tackle as well. Larry brings up a good point though with Simmons. There is some concern because he had the knee injury. Oh man, you're right, TG. What am I thinking?
I'll tell you, I don't know that there is a guard here, and that's really a big thing that Miami needs. You could be looking offensive tackle here, which could put Simmons in play. You know what? Zabel from North Dakota State might be somebody who's possible here at guard.
Now,
Josh Conaby.
We have to stay for this pick because my boss is a big Dolphins fan, and I need them to do something like the Browns did, so that I can go into work tomorrow and laugh at him too.
I would not be surprised if they don't go with Gray Zabel here, the big guard out of North Dakota State. They could go the defensive tackle too out of Oregon, Harmon. There's a lot of needs on this team, and it's all in the trenches. But they do need safety and linebacker as well.
Man,
Just so Jalen Walker comes off the board.
I had this thing set up in my head so perfect. The Arizona wide receiver goes first. Emeka falls to 12 to Dallas. They take Emeka in the first round at 12, come back in the second round and get Travion Henderson. Dallas,
are you trying to be a Cowboys fan?
No, I'm not. But I'm telling you right now, Chris. I think you and I could go do a GM job in the NFL better than half these guys do. I believe that, man, because I don't think they watch college football.
Oh, I would agree with that. They look at numbers, they look at highlight films.
Too much stock in measuring people.
When we look at the highlight films when we're doing recruiting, Eric, that's one of the big things. We always mention is the fact that the highlight films always look good.
Yeah,
because it's just highlights.
Watch the games.
Yeah.
You, me, TG, and Corey. Let's go. Let's start a NFL GM business where they come to us for their knowledge. Make it happen.
Well, I don't know. I think to me at this point, I mean, it's hard for me to imagine anybody passing again on Jalen Walker who could use any linebacker help. But
yeah, Mika's like, don't forget me. Mika, how you feeling right now after TG's phone call? Hope you're not wasted, girl.
How are you feeling after Dan's phone call, Eric? Hope you're not feeling too wasted, buddy.
I'm all right. I just $20, I guess. Well, I don't know. I might win that belt.
You might win that. You got it down to 14.
Yeah.
I'm
It
serious.
seemed,
A 28-point spread. I was going to jump in and take that. I'll take
I
the
know you
Buckeyes to
were.
win by less than 28.
You should have. You should be like, I'll take that bet. And then you and I are betting each other with our own money. Oh, Doozy says it seems like GMs don't watch college games. They only watch the pundits to make their picks. Feels that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, geez, that was a big yawn. My bad. What is this? Thunderbolts. Boy, they really are desperate for superhero movies at this point, aren't they?
They are.
This is stupid. Are you serious? It looks like they're trying to almost kind of make a friendlier version of Deadpool there with more characters. I'm not a big superhero guy. I like Batman, that's about it. All right, Brandon, you and me both, man. Ready to see what my Bengals do. Lacey. Hey, Lacey. How's it going? I miss the 80s and 90s movies. Give me your favorite 80s movie and your favorite 90s movie.
Me?
No, just
Or are you
I'm
going with
asking
Lacey?
Lacey for it, but I can give you a couple right off the top of my head that are good. Goonies, Gremlins, Tombstone, um, Terminator, Alien.
Not an Alien fan. Bobby loves
No,
them. I'm not an Alien fan.
yeah, the first few. How about The Thing? Do you like that one?
Eh,
No, Bobby Mac Demolition Man, really? It's okay. RoboCop. Do you like RoboCop?
it was all right.
It's a good concept. She said anything John Candy, 100%. Uncle Buck is
Yeah.
fantastic.
The Great Outdoors. I love
Trains,
that.
planes, and automobiles,
The
fantastic.
Great Outdoors with him and Dan Aykroyd was a
Oh,
good one.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, so the pick is in for the Dolphins, Eric.
Brian
Oh,
Oberst, Dolphins will pick a kicker. Steely Matt, Hoosiers. Yeah, Hoosiers is a good one, dude. Hoosiers is a good one.
could
Die
Josh
Hard.
Simmons go here?
Doozy says Die Hard, the best Christmas movie ever.
Oh my God, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Oh, Top Gun.
Great one.
The new one's phenomenal too. Oh, they were both great. Both great.
What about The Breakfast Club? That was a great
It's good. It's I mean, yeah, it's teeny bopper 80s, but yeah, it's good. You had to be the right age in the 80s to
one. Well,
enjoy
I
that
was a
movie.
teen in the 80s.
Yeah, I was, you know. Oh, here we go.
I'm going to go with they're going to take an offensive guard, take the guard out of North Dakota State, but it could be Josh Simmons.
Kenneth Grant.
They're as stupid as the Browns.
Oh my gosh! Oh, where's my phone? I need to text my boss.
Here's my
You and him
problem.
both. This
As
might be
far
the
as this
greatest night
goes,
ever.
as far as this goes, I mean, let's get serious for a second here. Yes, they needed defensive tackle help, but that was further down the list of stuff they needed. If
Oh
you're going to take a
my
defensive
gosh.
tackle, I'm taking Harmon over
Oh
either of these
man,
Michigan
the
guys.
Colts, dude, did you see what the Colts just did? They just I mean, they jumped on their pick.
Oh, their
They
pick's Tyler Warren. I'm telling you right now. Watch. Their pick is going to be Tyler Warren.
whoever has in their minds has fallen to them is an absolute steal because they have wasted no time putting their pick in.
Either that or they're going to try to correct the Anthony, whatever his name is, the quarterback there, mistake by going with Shador. which I think would be a bigger mistake. But I really feel like this is Tyler Warren here.
Oh yeah. Bootzilla says the Dolphins reached. Dude, they reached across a chasm for that
The
pick,
Dolphins
man.
reached about the third round, is what the Dolphins did.
Jeez. Studley Budley, I'm glad the Buckeyes got Atkinson. You, me, and Chris both. Tomorrow morning's video, guys, I have on Nathan from the Heel Brothers podcast. He tells us everything we need to know about Bo Atkinson and Chris and I break it down. So don't miss tomorrow morning's video, guys, right here on the OHO podcast. That's why you need to subscribe, ring the bell, get notified whenever we drop new content so you guys don't miss that, okay? This was a lot of fun tonight, guys. We got one more call, Chris. You want
Okay.
me? Let's see who it is here real fast. I have another podcast I need to jump on here shortly.
I will keep this going. Once you're off, I will go ahead and just hang up your call, and I'll try to call right into the call-in studio and pick up where you left off.
Awesome. Let me get you set up real fast here, Chris. It's Ray, our buddy Ray. I got to talk to him real fast. What's up, Ray?
Hey, how you doing, Chief?
I'm doing great. The better question is, how are you doing, buddy?
Well, I ran today finally.
Oh, praise the Lord.
I know I've only been going once a week, but I ran my 3 miles today, and I got up there to run backwards my mile, and I'll be damned if they weren't trimming the trees and they had all these pine cones set up like they do the NFL draft, and I had to run through all of them. I felt like I was back in my NFL days.
Good pick. Good pick for the Colts. That's why they were so excited. Yeah, we heard you, brother. We're just reacting to the NFL draft. The Colts just picked up Tyler Warren.
I can't believe that shit. They've had 4 or 5 Michigan guys, and I'm watching the NFL draft on NFL Network because I like Kurt Warner. But I got to put up with this shit. Rick Eisen, what a jackass, arrogant ass. You know what he said? He keeps throwing it in our face all the time. Well, we were 4-0 against them, and Mason Graham's going to the Browns, 5th pick. They finally got a winner up there in Ohio.
Oh,
how about a cheating program?
100%. 100%.
This guy, Rich Eisen, is so delusionary. He don't think the NCAA is going to do a damn thing to him. I just hope in 2 or 3 months he's crying like a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You ever listen to this arrogant ass?
No, I don't, because I can't stand him.
He's an idiot.
I know. Well, I put it on there so I can hear about what Kurt Warner has to say. That's about the only time, but I don't know what's going on, man. Are we going to get any Ohio State kids picked tonight?
We might get a couple, but I think that the rounds 2 and 3 are going to
they'll be
Ohio ruled by Ohio State.
What?
I still think we.
I can't believe these guys are talking about 3rd to 5th round pick with Will Howard. He should be a 2nd or 3rd round pick, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
I just don't know if they're going to do it. He's way down on the list on these quarterbacks. They never talk about him.
I know it.
You think that's just a smoke screen or what?
Possibly.
The thing, Eric Ray, I think right now the quarterback position in this year's draft is just so devalued compared to other positions that feel they can hold out till later to get these guys. I think Will Howard, like you, Ray, is probably a 2nd or 3rd round talent. I think he slips to the 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah. But he ran the 40, 4.5, right?
It was faster than that. I thought, or right around that, maybe.
What did he run the 40 in?
I don't think he did. I don't think he ran the 40.
No, he ran. You told me last week or 2 weeks ago that he ran.
Let's look.
I got it coming up right now, Eric. 4.8.
What was it?
He did a 4.8 then a 4.9 on Pro Day.
4.8 and a 4.9?
Yeah.
He could do better.
That's pretty good for a quarterback, ain't it?
It's not bad.
Yeah, Bobby, I think you're right. I think
Well, I
at
guess
one
we'll
point
have to
he
wait
did
and
register
see. I
four
just
or
thought
five
I'd give
times.
you guys a buzz, tell you I had to put my dog down 2 days ago. I'm
Oh,
crying my eyes out.
I'm sorry,
11-year
brother.
old lab. He got cancer, and they said the lump got bigger and bigger and bigger, and they said it'd be $5,000 for the surgery, and they didn't think he could make it because he's 11 years old, and his thing just kept getting worse, and he's pooping and peeing in the house, and they had to take him up and down the stairs, push him up to get him back down. I couldn't stand him to be any more pain, so we put him down. I'm still crying about it 2 days later. Maybe we'll get another puppy someday. I'll tell you, they give you unconditional love, a dog. And that dog, every time I went out jogging my 9 miles, I come home and I'd be climbing the stairs, wore out, and he'd always want to give me a kiss, you know.
No, I'm sorry to hear that,
I
man.
miss him already. The only thing that gives us more hope and love is Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Amen, brother.
Well,
100%.
God bless you. Let's hope we have some good results tomorrow for our Ohio State kids.
All right, it's not over. There might be a run of Buckeyes here coming up, Ray. Thanks for calling
I
in,
know.
brother.
I got the sound down. I can't stand that Eisen anymore. I can't
Yep.
stand him. I'm just watching it on the screen. So God bless you guys. Have a good night. Are you guys getting beautiful weather down there?
Yeah, it's starting to warm up for us
It's hot.
finally. It
Too
was hot.
today.
It was hot
Yeah, we
today.
had 83 over here. What was it there today?
80, yeah.
Okay, so we're on a roll. I love all the flowers when they're coming out and all the birds chirping. You know, this world's so mean sometimes. Just listening to the birds chirping, God, makes you feel better. And I love lilac bushes when they come out here pretty quick. They got a beautiful smell. You know what I'm saying?
They do. They do.
Hey, God bless you guys.
All right, have a good
You
night,
too,
Ray.
Ray.
Thanks for calling in, brother.
OH.
IO.
I'll tell you what, Eric. I think the Falcons right now are trying to trade out of this spot because they have let this clock run down to 2 minutes.
They might be. They might be trying to work a deal. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I've got to jump over to, if you want to catch me, I'm going over to the Big Ten Huddle, JR's channel. He's got me as their special guest at 9:45. I'm going to jump over there, guys. Thanks for jumping on with me tonight, Chris. This was a lot of fun. Don't miss that video tomorrow morning. We'll be back Sunday night. Joseph D is going to be our special guest Sunday night. Here on the Roundtable Show, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on the OHO podcast. Don't miss tomorrow's show, everybody. Till next time, be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH in Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Till next time, Chris, you know what to do. OH,
I know.
go Bucks.